Hello, and welcome back to Factorio Space Age. We have a colonizer ship ready to go, and it is all packed for Fulgora. I think before I go, I'm going to build the smaller boat. I'm going to build our trade ship real quick. Well, not real quick. I'm going to build the trade ship. So, new space platform. You are called Fulgora Trader. And in fact, we're going to build several space platforms over the long run. I want to get the Fulgora Trader going. We'll probably end up duplicating it. Now here's the colonizer. I want the trader to be much smaller. Specifically, I only need like 2 cargo bays instead of 12. Okay, this is 12 cargo bays. I think 2 cargo bays is going to be enough for us to hold the import. I will start off by grabbing just the colonizer. Oops. As a blueprint. We're going to go back to the trader. And if I snap it down, we get all the same stuff. The trader will never deal with the stuff. And this is going to be trader resupply, which is going to be common to all the traders. Fulgora import and this import, these are just going to be here. They're turned off right at the moment, and we need to do some design. I can go back and forth between these guys. Let me put a marker on there. So there's the trader. So I do the colonizer, I can grab the cargo bay, go to the trader, and just go like that. So what do we actually need on the trader? Well, I really need the same engine layout exactly. So I am going to actually grab all of this. I think the trader is going to be very much like the colonizer, just shorter. In fact, why don't I just grab the whole thing and then we'll modify it in place. Create the blueprint. Whoops, put it down in the wrong place. I lost it. Trader, we're going to say, put you down. But before you can build, I'm going to pick up all of the excess stuff. I'm going to cut you in half, like that. I'm going to cut from here down to here. Like that. Yeah, we could go with that much. Yeah, okay. So that'll be the size for our trader, if that works out. We're making the same trip, so I'm thinking that the same ammunition is going to be needed. So really all we're doing is we're tightening up our cargo space. We're probably impacting our ability to make fuel. This off to the side so we can get rid of this. We need our engines to be centered. Well, we want our engines to be centered. I wonder if I take this much, put it down there, can I fit this in? How about that? I can really move this up some. So these guys can move up to there. These guys I can move up 2, 3 up to here. The proviso that my green comes from here. Like that. And let's see. I think I can tighten this in as well. So what did we miss here? This got disconnected from here. Okay, now on the right, I'm going to want to bring this up equivalently. Let's move it over here a bit and be like that. Yeah. So we are on this line. We still have these things to put back. Oh, that looks like it's going to match. Okay. So connecting up red wire to those guys and to there. Green wire needs to come north from here. See, from here to here. So we never did get the cargo bays in here. That's going to be awkward. 480 on the planet. It didn't request those to begin with. So what I'd really like to have seen was for it to hold in the cargo bays and this, the stuff to enough platform to build the cargo bays, then build the cargo bays, then build the rest of the platforms. So the way you would do that would be to set up a series of blueprints. And there is a phrase for this in the business. It's called "Ain't nobody got time for that bullshit." I am going to get rid of the ragged edge. I thought about the ragged edge. I don't really like the ragged edge. If I see a ragged edge, it makes me think somebody's been damaged. So, is this what I want? So it has the same production capability for fuel as the other one. It has less mass, so it will accelerate quicker. I could run the speed down, which would save fuel. Actually, let's run the speed down to 75 on both of them. Hey, colonizer, let's save some fuel. I remember reading somewhere that at 50 kilometers per second, your fuel is 95% efficient. So we could even go down to 50. I'm going to go down to 50. Why not? Let's see if at 50 we get our fuel stretched properly. There we go. And I believe the rest of this will just build properly. Let me follow the green wire around while I'm thinking about it. It should be connected to all of the inserters that are putting new stuff on the bus. All of these guys. And because we haven't built it yet, it's going to be looking at it by eye. This one is missing. There we go. Got it. On this side, you are connected. You are connected. You're connected. Boom, boom. Okay, looks good. We're still standing here. I can get rid of this blueprint. I will snap fresh blueprints of my ships once I've got them debugged and keep those for future. Now we're carrying absolutely nothing. So you cannot move yourself onto a ship until you have dropped all of your inventory. The way I like to do that is set personal logistics on and trash unrequested on and turn off everything here, and it just empties us right out. Now currently all of our rockets are sending stuff up. That was bad planning. I want to travel to a space platform. I'm going to turn off automatic requests on this guy just so we can catch a lift. And we're going to go to X16 speed because I am frippin' impatient. Ah, you. Travel to space station. Orbital. No! Wrong one. That was a waste. I needed to go to colonizer. Anyway, this is how you arrive at a orbital platform that has no engines. Whee! Drop to a planet, Nauvis. Let's try this again. Okay. You, oh, you already scheduled a lift. Okay, let's try the first guy again. Or I could just wait until somebody comes up with a wink. Who's first? Come on, somebody needs to finish. Okay, you are automatic requests off. Travel to space station. Colonizer, there we go. And then turn on automatic requests again. So all these are left with automatic requests turned on. I am going to move the colonizer to the top, followed by spaceport, followed by orbital and trader. There we go. Hey, we have arrived on colonizer. There's our ship. So we are configured to turn on the engines when we're going slower than 50 and turn off the guns when we're going slower than 25. Everybody's ready to go. We're just waiting on this. This shows me we are green bar all over the place, and I can send myself to Fulgora. Now we're going slower than previously. We could go faster and not take any damage. Going slower, however, I think will save us fuel. So we had an initial hit of fuel. So we didn't start out completely full. How did our oxidizer go down so fast? Oh, I know what the matter is. We are not throttling the oxidizer. We stopped pumping the storage tank of fuel in, but the oxidizer is still flowing freely. So if I wanted to fix that, I would need to put another pump in over here. Okay. I don't believe we have pumps on board. Yes? Yes. And connect this up to the pump, over to here, and then disconnect this. There's the pump. There. And now our oxidizer only flows when we're moving slowly, right? Wrong. There. Now our oxidizer only flows when we're moving slow. Now that doesn't change the fact that our engines now have a lot of excess oxidizer in them, but the first time we get everybody filled up to full, they'll be in parallel. So there we go. That's not going to happen until we come to a stop somewhere. So you notice what's happening to the thruster fuel there. It slips up and then slips down and up and down as we go down to 50 and then speed up to whatever we speed up to. 50, boom, we accelerate to 75-ish. So strictly speaking, this is more engines than we need to maintain 50. We might be able to do this whole thing on one engine, frankly. I'm not too worried about the round trip times, really. I am more than willing to just wait to have things happen. You may have noticed that. Just for the record, though, oops, late, I guess it is. Nope, it's lowercase time. We're actually 88 hours of game time into this playthrough. That shows you how much time this base is spent just sitting around, often on accelerated time, but still just sitting around. Oh, I can tell this to drop me on Fulgora when we get there. It won't drop us until we get there. We're about to get there. But the moment we get there, it will drop us. And if we were on an automatic schedule, it would continue on with what it's doing. Which would mean dropping things to the base, receiving things from the base, and heading there. Hey, travel to planet Fulgora. Yay! We got the achievement. So, lightning. I came here utterly without any sort of armor. Yeah, we're going to want to make some armor here. I should have made myself some power armor before we left, huh? Well, what I will do is when we get the chance to do this, I will make some. Okay, here is Fulgora. We need to start exploring. We need to also bring some stuff down from the ship. So, I am going to go back to colonizer in map mode. And what do I want it to send down to me? Well, we're going to start by sending down the key things to build outpost, which are the landing pad and the cargo bays. And robots, because I don't have any roboports in my stuff, robots aren't going to do me a whole lot of good. So now we've got that stuff. Now down here we've got some scrap. I'm going to go take a look. I want to do some quick exploration. So we are running around on Fulgora. We have no armor. We have no speedy boots. We are dependent upon getting inside the lightning attractors and staying there when there's lightning going on, because it will probably just zap us to death. I want to put a lightning attractor on my mouse here. So when I hold this, it will show me where the coverage is. We're going to have to go around here. Don't die, don't die, don't die. Okay. So this is cool. It's a vault ruin. So what are the things we need to do here? Recycling, we have to mine a vault ruin. Then we have to craft holmium ore. Then we need to craft holmium plate. Then we need to craft supercapacitors. Got it. Well, there's a vault ruin. So, we have learned how to do recycling. Yay! We have all of this scrap here. This is 11 million. I'm going to add a tag. It's our first scrap thingy. We need to find a place to put a base. This is not going to be enough. I need to find someplace a lot bigger. So, because I had trash unrequested set, to put all of this stuff in my area there, we want it logistics off for now. So we picked up a whole ton of scrap. Fortunately, we know how to recycle it. So I am just going to... Oh, haha. So the moment we launched a rocket... Okay, the first time we launched a rocket, and it was in a recording that I had to get rid of because its audio is completely junked out, we finished off the lazy bastard run, which means I can now go back here into controls. I'm going to set it back to default. And now we need to reset the things I need. So pipette tool is on middle mouse button and on G3. The other one was enter leave vehicle, which is on keypad enter. Actually, let's that on enter and keypad enter like that. Confirm. Toggle when a rail planner is used, changes the rail should end in ground or elevated. Oh. Oh. Well, that's cool. I'd never seen that before. So that's G. G for ground. Okay, so now I can do manual crafting. I'm going to do manual crafting of this. So shift click on it, and we're doing manual crafting. And we have a small chance of getting goodies. Let's see what our list is here. So as we scrap recycle, 20% of the time, 20% of our output is iron gear wheels, 7% is solid fuel, 6% is concrete, and so on down through all of these. And that adds up to 80%. Okay. So Holmium processing is completed. So the next thing we want to do is craft some Holmium plate. Well, the next thing I want to do is augment my site prep so that it includes all of the stuff on Fulgora, because these are not included by default. So we have to go and manually put in everything. I'm going to put in the Nauvis stuff first. Big rocks and huge rocks. Now Fulgora. These volcanic stuff is all volcanus. Okay, fulgurite pieces and so on. This is all Fulgora. I am going to not have my site prep pick up the lightning attractors. I will do the rest of them though. Big ruin that looks like that. Big ruin that looks like that. Colossal ruin, got it. Huge ruin. Vault ruin. Those are all the Fulgora pieces. So now if I use site prep on this, it'll mark everything. It will not mark the lightning attractors because I do not want to get rid of those yet. This will get easier once I have robots, but I do want to collect a whole bunch of scrap and materials. Another reason to get the power armor going is so that we have more inventory space. We may get low on inventory while I'm doing this. So things I need to look out for here on Fulgora. Obviously we have scrap that we pick up off of the ground like this, but that isn't renewable. What we want is the scrap ore, which I'm looking at right now. So we are going to be keeping an eye out for that. We're going to keep an eye out for land masses where we can place a factory. Okay, is there anything else left? Yeah, I got a couple more things here. Okay, so back to crafting. We're gonna do all of that. Now we're getting a whole bunch of parts as parts. Oh, we do get batteries. Yay! So the question is, are we getting materials that I can use to make power armor? So we can import the electric engine units. Actually, we have all of this stuff on board ship. I'd love to be able to just make my power armor natively here. because that means that I could do it before calling things down from the ship. If I just put on the power armor, that will give me more equipment or more inventory space, so 20 more inventory, and it gives you an equipment grid. Power is going to be a problem because solar power is reduced on this planet. I would rather, well, I don't normally like doing solar powered armor to begin with. Okay. And it's even worse on Fulgora. So normally I don't come here until I've got it, but I do want to have a personal roboport. We'll be prioritizing getting that going. So personal roboport and a couple of batteries and all the solar panels I can make. And something tells me that we are going to be having a bad time with this. I can import solar panels. Yay. Okay. So let's start looking around. I think our lightning storm is done. The lightning storm is on a schedule. Oh. Before I leave here, let's make it so that I actually have some lightning rods on me. So this top is going to be stuff that I want to carry and use. Lightning rods. There we go. We need brick. Oh, yes. I need to download. I need to bring down brick from the colonizer before I can do anything. So let's just bring it down. What the heck with it? Send me down all your brick. And while I'm at it, some flying robot frames, solar panels. What else do I need to make power armor? Blue chips, electric engine units. I just send all of them. I didn't ask for blue chips. Oh. Oh man. Oh man. Okay, well, roboports it is. Roboports and storage chests. Solar panels. Accumulators I'm going to need like crazy. Flying robot frames. I didn't pack any chips. So we're going to make a note of this for future. We need a couple of stacks of each kind of chip. Now, this does mean that I want to add this to Fulgora import as well. So we'll put one stack each trip. Now, while I've got this open, what else do I want to be importing on a regular basis? Eventually, we will need to be importing rail stuff, but not right away, because I do not yet have elevated rails. Don't know how to make those yet. Once I've learned how to make elevated rails, we're going to be going wild with them, let me tell you. We want to have brick. I know we're going to be getting brick and concrete and such locally, but let's have a supply being imported. We won't be getting any refined concrete until we put it in place. When I do make some, I want it to be sent up to me. I think I've got some, and I just haven't put it on the logistics area. Let's get the electric furnaces coming up too. I know it's excessive, but yeah. When we get reassembling machines 3s, I want to bring them. And that's going to be soon. I could pop the rest of this in here, but we'll do those as time comes by. I think that's good. So trader, if you are ready to go, you're built. You're all built. So we are going to do trader. You are actually trader resupply. You're going to want to do that. You don't carry the starter, and you do carry both of the imports. And I am going to take away your lock conditions, and you're going to start in orbit around Nauvis, waiting for your request to satisfy. It'll be a while before you come to me. Okay, so the colonizer sent us a bunch of stuff down. It's all to the northwest. I need to wait until the storm is over. What can I make? I could make modular armor, but I'm going to be making power armor, so not. Night vision would be really cool. It's actually pretty cheap. But let's not make anything... It's not critical until we're ready. But I really need lightning rods, for which I need the brick, which is across the other... Okay, I think we have left the time. I need to figure out what time the storm is. So all the stuff we send down is going to come to right here until we build our landing pad. Okay, so now we have a whole bunch of stuff to work with. We are still short blue chips to make processing units. So we need to find some more stuff to dig up. I'm going to head west. I have no idea what this planet looks like. As you saw from the achievement, we haven't been here yet. I'm betting I will find lightning protectors before I get hit with a storm. So Nauvis has a day-night cycle, and on Fulgora we've got that same cycle. It's faster, and it's a storm cycle. Let's actually look at the wiki, at the Factoriopedia for Fulgora. So day-night cycle is 3 minutes long. So every 3 minutes we have the start of storms. And this is a much larger area. I'm going to do a site prep on the whole thing, so we can see what to grab. Let's make some lightning rods. I will be replacing the native lightning rods with my own and putting accumulators down, and that'll be how we get power. For right now, I am just going to do this. Let's go to X2 speed. So anytime I see that little symbol on me, I can just put one of those down. occasionally you stop and you say, we need to make some more of these. I'm going to need to start putting stuff in boxes somewhere. You get so many of some things and not so many of other things, and like, I'm not happy with the size of this place yet. I need someplace much, much larger to set up a base. Inventory is full. We scrap more. I'm going to put stone in you and gears in you. Okay, there's 40. We can make our power armor. And then continue scrapping. Come on, where'd the scrap go? There it is. Okay, now we have more inventory space. Huzzah! Okay, so now we have our power armor set up. The minimum thing I want to start out with a personal roboport. I'm going to do 3 batteries. Now I'll start off with 10 portable solar panels. Let's do 1 more battery. As many solar panels as we can. There we go. Batteries. So we got all this space for solar panels. Once we've done that, I do eventually want to get some robots out. These need electronic circuits, which we did not. Oops. Oh, I think I took down one of the native power poles. Nope, we're good. I may have taken one down, but I've still got coverage. So one thing that is good, if I could do some energy shields, that would be great. It does require red circuits, though. But when this storm is over, I'm going to explore a little bit over to the west here. This looks like it. Oh, I'm seeing territory. This looks like it might be big enough for a comfortable little base. Okay, so we have a bunch of stuff scattered on the ground here. We have some scrap here that we can do. This is good. This is great. Oh, this is nice. Okay. Right around the whole thing. Yeah. One little Fulgoran power pole up here. These are just because I'm a big chicken. Well, that actually looks like a decent size area. Once we get cliff explosives, I can take out those cliffs and make it a little better. So, let's see, where do I want to put my incoming stuff from space? Long term, it's all going to go into the same stuff. I think I can bridge this with power, which means I can have robots bringing stuff from over here. I'm going to put my landing pad up in the far north. Whee! So let's see. If I set this up, like this, better yet, I put it here. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's 14. I need 6 more. There we go. So I will be able to take out of the right and the bottom. The rest of this is just kind of here. Now, you need to get these in immediately, because this lightning will damage the buildings. Okay. So now I can bring everything down. I'm going to put everything in here. And I am going to start requesting things. I'm going to request my starter. Fulgora starter, that is. I'm going to request my generic starter. I'm going to request Fulgora imports. And I'm going to add a section turned off for Nauvis imports, so I can monitor what I'm sending. For Fulgora imports, I am going to say I want to have 5 times that quantity in my stockroom. Now, if we go up to colonizer, okay, we've set down everything we can. In fact, we set down everything. So I can turn off this stuff. And I'm going to send you back to get imports. Yeah, I'm going to send you to do some importing cycles because Trader may not be ready to go yet. So I'm going to use Colonizer as a trader while Trader is getting ready to go. You are waiting on refined concrete. Oh, you're waiting on things we don't have. Although 200 available on planet, not enough to fill a rocket. Did I? Custom minimum payload 200. Yeah, I think I was only putting 200 in my logistics network there. So if you have things that don't exist in the import list, it will refuse to do them. Let's see, can I get refined concrete in? Let's go back, map mode to spaceport. No, I didn't make refined concrete this time. That's right, I just did concrete. I didn't go to the effort of doing refined yet. So let's just remove that from the list by putting the quantity to 0. What else was Trader waiting on? And these guys don't exist yet. There we go. So now you are just waiting on getting enough fuel. You don't have any fuel. You don't see your fuel. That's because I didn't get all of these set up. There we go. And the moment we did contact says, I have fuel. I'm ready to go. I'm going. Now, I do not know why this guy isn't getting its... Oh, right. There. I put him one north of where he should have been. Okay, so Trader is on his way. Colonizer's at the spaceport, and he's picking up his requests. I should be receiving shipments soon. If I turned on my carry-around base... Okay, we don't have any roboports or anything out right now. So what I would need to do is bring out roboports and some solar panels. Oh, not solar panels, I'm sorry, don't need those. Roboports and accumulators and substations. Now the power trick for here is putting out a substation and I'm going to put this out over here. There's the substation. Then you put out accumulators. Oh, wait a minute. Don't have robots yet. Now, we need to put in some of these guys. I think I'm going to put one in here. I'm carrying those, am I not? I was not. And the other one is over here. That is probably overthinking that one. So this will provide us with 390 megajoules that we can draw on during the day for each of these that we do. I am going to save this as Fulgora power pack. It is accumulators and a lightning rod and a substation and more accumulators. Come on, where'd the accumulators go? There they are. Okay, so that'll get me power. And this tells me that I need to be repairing as well. Gosh, I guess this import really needs to include some repair packs or some way of making them. So crafting. Can I make them? I need copper and iron. Of all the stuff that we get from peeling things apart, I think we get copper when we start recycling other things. Yeah, we need to recycle other things to get copper. Okay. Things to carry. I need to make robots. I keep saying that. So, robot frames. Green, red, and blue. There we go. Traction motors. We've got 2 more cargo bays I can put out. What do I need to make robots? Oh, I've got stuff for robots. Okay. So let's make sure I've got roboports and boxes for the robots. Now what I want to do here is set up a sorting area where all of my stuff will eventually come out here. Now this isn't going to do anything really major for me. But it will give the robots a place to put stuff that I was carrying when I'm not carrying it anymore. I'm going to put these 2 guys down here. Did I bring inserters? Yes, I did. I am going to automatically insert robots into my robot network based on how much I have. Okay, later on we may make these more complicated. Read robot statistics on both of them. This guy is going to be logistic bots, so logistic bots is Y. This is going to enable if Y is less than 50. So if I get robots in there, it will put them in here. This is going to be construction bots. Total construction bots is T. Okay. Oh, set filters. Filter. You are construction bots. And you are logistics bots. There we go. So if we had those, it would put them in. I can also go down here, put them in here. Like that. Set this filter so that if I put any in the logistics area, it will do the same thing. Makes sense? It's all right. It's all right. Okay, so what do I need to do? I need to make some of these guys. Like that. Now, I've got the carry around base here, which means it will try to give me stuff from wherever. Now, I actually want to make, go on crafting, up to there. Logistics, my carry is going to include 50 construction robots. Anything beyond that will be kicked out as trash unrequested. Now if I put everything back in there, hey, it's filling me up with all the carry around base stuff. Now, I want to watch my power to see, how many instances of this guy I'm going to need to make. It's probably going to be a lot. Now remember, we don't have green chests, purple chests, or blue chests. So I can't do the normal thing I would like to do here and take everything out of the landing pad and shove it into my sorted stuff there. Although I can force that by grabbing everything out of here and letting the robots do the appropriate thing. I'm going to go to 8x for this. And every time my inventory gets low, I'm going to go like that. Now what we're going to want to do here is I'm going to let's take care of this now before we go any further. Kind of out of the way up here somewhere. I'm going to want to put in a couple of things. First of all, this guy is going to be what we actually want, which is basically just going to be the imports. The starters can now go away now that we've done this. So, actually I can say, I just realized I didn't need to do that. I just say trash unrequested and we're done. But this is going to be the whatever we want. And this is going to be Fulgora import times 5. This is what we want to have in stock. Oh, I need to do all of this where I've got a robo port. Let's... Don't need those. So this guy... like that. And you are going to be reading logistic network contents. Like that. Now... we have what we want, and then I'm going to compare what we want versus what we have. Red and green, and then I'm going to use a red wire for quest. Oh, we don't want to compare, we want to calculate. There we go. This guy is Fulgora import times 5. This guy is each on green minus each on red, output each. This gives us how much more of each thing we want, and this is set requests. So let's see, colonizer and trader are both in orbit around Nauvis, picking up more stuff. This is setting our request to stuff that we want and we do not have in the logistics network. And I want to make sure I have requested stuff so that I can make robots. Which means I need to request red chips and flying robot frames and green chips and flying robot frames. Well, we requested red and green. Just need to make sure we've got flying robot frames requested. There we go. And I'm just going to run this forward in time until my robots are done moving things around really, really, really fast. How's my... Actually, we're doing okay on power with just that one power bank. So I'm turning off the stuff that is only striking at the lightning stuff, so we can see what we're actually using for. Crafting. Okay, so I want to make more of these guys. Just like that. Now, these guys, 50 is not going to be enough. So what we want to do is we want to put another calculator here. So what I'm going to want to do is 50 per roboport right now. We'll lower that later. So R. That'll bring us up to 200. We're going to say number of roboports are times 50, and we're going to output that as N. The N will appear on the red because we've got this set up for both of them. So I say Y is less than N. And this is T less than N. Like that. And that brought us up to 150 logistic robots, 100 construction robots, because that's all we had. I'm going to bring up another 100 logistic robots. And another 100 construction robots when I can, but I can't right now because we do not have flying robot frames. We won't get those until the colonizer and the trader make it back. What is blocking you? You are waiting on red chips. 800 on the rocket, not enough to fill a rocket. Okay, so it is time for me to go back to here and say, gosh, these quantities are not big enough. So first of all, green chips. How many are we putting in the logistics area? 800. These all need to be like 4,000. Okay. There. Okay, so trader is waiting on just the red chips. Okay, so we should be able to come back here, Go to X32 and wait for my colonizer and my trader to be filled up with red chips. And at this point, I'm going to call this a recording because we are now established with our toehold on Fulgora. We have our requesting mechanism set up that will request things. We don't actually need all of this space in our cargo bay because we are moving these out of the cargo bay into sorted storage chests. So once I get confidence in this, I will probably remove things. We are trashing unrequested. We need to trash everything because this is going to be double counted. This says we have 200 here. I really need to subtract the quantity in the cargo landing pad. For right now, I can do this. So when these fill up, I will need to stripe them out. That should be here. Let's make a book for Fulgora. I need to sort all of this crap out at some point. And this that needs to be not the name, but the icon here. The Fulgora blueprints. Fulgora power pack goes in here. There we go. I'm going to pick all of these up. It's going to put the stuff that I didn't request back out. These all need to be logic filtered to something that I'm not going to have. There. Trader's on its way. Shall I await the trader? I shall await the trader. This will be my first regular trading, and the colonizer is waiting on more green chips and more brick. We are not sending brick. Let's get the brick going. So brick comes in down here. It's made here. We need to get inside the logistic area comfortably. I'm thinking first use of brick is where we do this. Oh, good Lord. I don't know who our first use of brick is. Is it this guy? Good enough. We're going to take it right there. Fancy boxes. Oh, that's concrete, not brick. Hold on. We want brick, which is on this line. Well, let's do the concrete anyway. Your concrete. And brick is used somewhere here, I know. There he is. So I put the concrete in, and then I don't think I ran power for him. There. Again, concrete, let's put 4,000 in. And brick. That's concrete. Hold on. Where did my brick go? There he is. There. This is fine. The trader's sitting up here. He has sent down everything that he wants to send down, and he is rebuilding stuff. And I am going to send down extra brick. Some of this stuff is too useful. Whoops. You do it after he sets out, he'll drop it at the next planet, which is not what we want. Okay, well, we're ready to go. I'm going to call this a recording. It's only half again as long as it should have been. I'll see you in the next one.